my wonderful YouTubers, my wonderful listeners. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Get Inspired, Stay Inspired. As always, it's a joy to be here and to be in your presence, to be sharing inspiration, empowerment, motivation in my own way with you. And I do my best, don't I? I've been kind of keeping up with this series and doing the episodes. I can't believe how many I've done so far. I've kind of surprised myself because, as you all know, I had a very nervous start. I thought, can I do this? Will I be able to keep recording on a regular basis and keep uploading my material for you guys to keep you inspired, to keep you motivated? And yes, I've done it and I'm going to keep doing it. I really am getting a lot out of it in the sense that I feel like I'm growing each and every episode, and I just hope that I'm helping you grow as well each and every episode. So let's keep it going. Let's keep this camaraderie, let's keep our hands held together even though we're kind of in different places on an energy level. Let's huddle up and do our best to keep together, to keep supporting each other and helping each other. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you're doing, you've got help here, you've got support here. And the help I'm giving you is on a soulful level, okay? It's deep, deep, deep stuff. So you are going to transform yourself from the inside out, from the soulful aspect of yourself outwardly, okay, to the physical person that you are. And everything you do inwardly is going to affect everything outwardly, okay? So I hope that all is well with you. I hope that you're having a good week. If not, by all means, you've come to the right place, and I'm going to do my best to turn things around for you. Now, as I always say, I can do so much. The rest is up to you. And the knowledge and wisdom that I wish to share is something that you can take on, that you can encompass in your life, and you can begin to flourish using it in your own way, not just in my way, but in your own way. Now, this is going to be an interesting episode, and I'll tell you why. The reason it's an interesting episode is because a few episodes back, I said something very unique happened to me, and I wanted you guys to remind me to tell that story or tell that happening or event. Now, as many of you know, if you don't know, I got into writing in this way through channeling and writing automatically. It's something I've been doing as a child. Okay, from a very young age. It's come in and out of my life, and the main way that it came back to me in my adulthood was sadly through the loss of both my parents in a 5-month period. And I was going through a very difficult time at that time. I was really beginning to kind of question where life was taking me. How had this happened? And how was I going to get through it? And how was I going to overcome such loss? And at the same time, figure out myself in life. Now, for those of you who might have read my story, you might know all this, but you know, at the end of the day, maybe there's some newbies here, so I'll just cover it very, very, very briefly. In fact, you know what? I'll do another episode on my full journey, but I just wanted to talk about the fact that, you know, how my channeling returned to me. There's a lot in between, and by all means, I'm more than happy to share that with you. And talk about my story definitely on another episode. We might have time in this episode because of what I want to share, but you know, there's all that back stuff there which I'm happy to share, but that will be another episode. In this one, I just want to fast forward to, you know, what I do, which you all know, of course. And I mean, if you don't know, I'll definitely share that with you on another episode for sure. But the reason I wanted to fast forward is often I do ask questions, mainly before I sleep. And sometimes the answers come through to me the next day through my writing. And sometimes, you know, I have to, as we discussed in previous episodes, I have to look for answers elsewhere. But most of the time, when I make a deep soulful connection and I ask a question, or, you know, I have something on my mind, I have something worrying me, the answers are often revealed to me, you know, if not immediately, in a day or two through my channeled writings. Now, the reason I spoke about this was I did tell you, or you guys may know, that before I started this channeled writing journey as an adult, you know, it's kind of over a decade now it began, was I asked a question, which was, what is the greatest gift I can give of myself to humanity? Okay, that was my question. Sounds like a pretty worldly question, I know, and I can't even believe I asked it, and the fact I remember it so vividly means it was very, very poignant to me at the time, because, as I said, I had lost both my parents in such a short time, and it was one of those evenings or nights where you go to sleep feeling a sense of overwhelming, you know, concern about the future and what you're going to do. And I can guarantee you've all been through that for sure. And then there's the loss aspect, you know, for those of you who've experienced loss. I certainly have had my fair share of loss throughout my lifetime, and I'll tell you more about that, you know, in another episode. But going through that kind of period of loss, it does bring up questions and doubts about you, and you think fondly of those you love and ask yourself, why did that happen? Why did that take place so suddenly and so soon? And you also need to kind of find a way in your own life of where things are going. You know, it's the reality of loss that, gosh, you know, this was so sudden and unexpected. What's round the corner, you know, for you or me, or, you know, that reality can set in. So I did ask that question, what is the greatest gift I can give of myself to humanity? And the next day, you know, the words, as I said, started flooding in, and I knew my childhood gift had returned in a big way. And in fact, yeah, it returning to me in this way was a little bit shocking and unexpected. As words started to come through, I grabbed pen and started writing it down. And that's why I refer to the way I write, not just channeled, because, you know, I can hear what is being given to me, but then writing it down as you hear, like automatically, like taking dictation. So yeah, and I wrote my first inspirational passage, which was, let me share the best of what I have with the universe, and in doing so, let the universe share the best of what it has with me. And that was the first passage that came through to me in a very, very powerful way, and it was bugging me. It was like kept repeating itself, and I thought, oh my gosh, if I don't write this down, you know what I mean, it's going to kind of never go away. Now let's fast forward from this time to fairly recently, when I was, once again, it wasn't loss, but I was tossing and turning about what I'm going to do with all this material that I have accrued and that I have written. You know what I mean? It's all handwritten. I have got it transcribed, okay, into text, but then what to do with it all? and I was kind of contemplating around that time taking a new step in direction, like I started with this particular episode actually. There was other things of my material, meditation, just kind of inspirational blogs, all that kind of material. And I was thinking to myself, how is this going to come about? And what I've realized is never ask how, okay? Just focus on the end goal or the end mission or the end, vision that you want to head toward or achieve or do. Never worry about the how. Now it's easy for me to say that, but I was worrying about the how. And there were many things on my mind about, how things were going to be done, how they were going to be achieved, what if, oh gosh, oh no. And I was tossing and turning, and I was kind of, obviously what I do is I write a lot of inspirational stuff, but this was personal. Do you know what I mean? This was kind of personal concerns about where things were heading. Now, I must kind of say to you again, remember this was fast forwarded, so don't link the previous, what I said, this is fast forwarded to recently. Okay, so I have achieved a lot in my life in terms of my writing and so on, but this was more. This was seeing things on a bigger scale and thinking about them, and how you toss and turn, and then all of a sudden, okay, I heard these words, and now these words were channeled through to me, and I was also told when I heard these words, I was also told that this is the things I must say. Okay, so these words must be said on a soulful level. Whenever I have worries or doubts or fears, or I feel overwhelmed with what's going on around me, and I feel almost like, oh my gosh, can I cope? Now, I've been through a lot before, as you know, but there was so much going on in my mind. It was dampening out the soulful voice that I always tune into and connect to when I want to have guidance and inspiration and so on and so forth. And you lot know quite a bit about my soulful work. But this was personal. This was like things were going off the Richter scale in my own, head. Now, I do try to abide by all that I teach, but we are just human beings, you know what I mean? And sometimes you get overwhelmed. You can't help it. I can guarantee you that no matter how much I teach things, sometimes I have to reset myself and become a learner. And I think these were one of those times. And normally I read a passage, don't I, out of my inspirational photo quotes for the soul book episodes. I read that, but this is different because I did say in the previous episode something amazing or unusual happened to me fairly recently that I wanted to share with you, and it was literally this. Now, on the morning of that day, okay, I was gifted these words, and the reason I'm sharing them with you is because I want them to be shared so everybody can say them whenever you feel down or lost or worried. And to me, like, I'll tell you what happened. Now, for those of you who know me on this episode or the series that I did with my son called Mum and Son, my son was the first person I kind of told about these words. And what he had to say was quite powerful, because we do kind of sort of talk about things like this often. And I'll tell you what the words were. And these words are very powerful. And I do want to talk about them in great depth today, or not in great depth, because obviously I don't want to keep you here for too long, but I do want to talk about them. And I'm reading them from my, from my journal, one of my journals. And the wordings is, or what I was told to say, okay, for any situation, or for any worrying situation or fearful situation, or any situation that you find yourself in. It's like, you can even say it's more than an affirmation. It might be a form of a prayer even. Do you know what I mean? It was just some powerful words, and I want to share them with you. And I'm going to tell you what my son said, and I'm going to tell you why I feel they're so powerful. And the words that came through to me were, I was told to say this, yeah. I can, I am, I have, I will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'll repeat that, okay? I can, I am, I have, I will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can add another third thank you there if you like, or you can say two if you like, depending on the person you are. Now, that stuck in my mind, literally, when I wrote it down. And when I saw my son, I said, wow, you know what's happened to me, Jay? I was very concerned about this and that, tossing and turning, all the things I knew I should be doing went out the window. It was one of those days when you feel overwhelmed, and these words came through to me, and I was told to say them in times of great concern or worry or fear. I can, I am, I have, I will. Thank you, thank you. You can add another thank you if you like. And he said to me, Mom, that is really powerful. And I said, do you think so? And he said, yeah, that is really powerful. All those words strung together is like one huge affirmation. It's like just those words alone encompass everything about your life, and not just my life, I mean anybody's, encompasses anything that you could be going through, you could be doing, you could be experiencing. Those words encompass everything to sort you out, to say, to give you that all-empowering feeling in an instant. And when I wrote them, I'm not saying I didn't feel they were powerful, I did, but he reinforced that to me and said, you know something, that is extremely powerful. You need to do something with it. You need to really make something of these words to help others, in the sense that, everybody needs to know of this, or at least be shared this information so that they can start using it if they wish to. And, I understood that when I was in that situation, these words, as I know all my writings, are not just for me. They're for the soul within, and for me to share those soulful feelings and expressions with your soul and the souls of others. That's how I communicate, from a soulful level, on a soulful place. And if I'm to talk to you, I like to communicate from my soul to yours. That is how my words are transcribed, and that's how the words are also shared with you and your soul. So it's not just you and me and our minds. This is soulful stuff, sharing it from that soulful place with you to touch your soul as well, and to, let your soul hear those words and let them resonate. I can, I am, I have, I will. Covers everything. And the thankfulness, the gratitude, means you're already giving thanks for everything you want. or everything you wish to achieve before it's even happened. It's like you visualized it already and you're thankful for it because you know it is going to take place. Now, as I said, with my teachings, you share that knowledge, those words with your soul, and then you share them with the inner you, and the inner you shares them with your mind to help manifest everything else in the physical form for you. But on the soulful level, telling those words to your soul and your soul repeating them back to you gives you the strength and empowerment to then impart them to the mind, and then everything's going to change. Now, let me quickly go over I can. We all know the power of I can. Now, I never would have strung all this together, on my own. So this is channeled origin for me. I know it. Do you know what I mean? I was in a time when I was like feeling gosh, and what I heard said, say these words. These are the words you need to say, and say them in your time of need. And that's why I'm sharing them today, because I mentioned something strange happened to me, and I said I did want to let you know about it and talk about it. And it was this, and gosh, I can. So powerful. That is affirming to the universe, to your soul, to the world at large. I can do this. I can. Whatever it is, I can. We know the power in those words. And then I am. Empowering you as an individual to say, I am capable. I am able. I am willing. I am. How powerful are those words? We know the power in I can, but I am. That's another very powerful statement. And then I have. Now, if you want things to come into your life, even if they are, physical things, I have affirms that for you. Or I have the ability, or I have the power, or I have the tenacity, or I have the capability. I have, again, so powerful. That's what I said. I was blown away by this particular channeled session, that everything came through. And literally, because I was also told that these are the words you need to say, I immediately knew the power in them. And then I will do it. I will take this step. I will be able to do this. I will find within myself the capability to achieve this. I will get over this. I will be okay. I will. That, again, powerful, all strung together. I'm telling you guys, I could not believe it. And then the affirmation, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can add 3, you could add as many thank yous as you wish for. But to affirm that with thanks, all of those words, I can, I am, I have, I will. So powerful. I just had to share that with you because I want these words to go beyond this series and episode. I want them to resonate, not just with you guys, but hopefully outward to those you love, to those you care for, to those that may need to hear these words. That's what I'm doing this, because I want to teach my writings, my channeled works, not to just teach them, but to share them in a way that others can appreciate them, can value them, can use them in their lives to enhance and improve and better their lives in the way I've been soothed and comforted through all the written works that I've done. I want them to have the same soothing, comforting aspect to them with you. And I know some are a bit kick you up the butt ones, so you might think, hang on a minute, that wasn't soothing and comforting, but you know, whatever. That's why I said I can't really define my work. I can't slot it into anything. It's not poetry, it's not fully affirmations, it's not fully, you know, I refer to them as quotes sometimes because that's the wording that people say, oh, I want to read something short like that. You know, you can say it's a quote, but, you know, some are not necessarily. They're just channeled works that have come through to me and I've put down and I'm sharing to help others in the way that they've helped me. So I said to my son, I love these words. I find them so soothing and comforting, and I find them very powerful. He said it as well to me, Mum, those are real powerful words. You've got to share them. And I said, I will. You know, affirmation, prayer, whatever you want to call it, whatever you feel suits you and, you know, suits your mold or model, then yeah, just call it that. But this wording is special and it's channeled, you know, it's been written there. And I know for sure it came through at a special time for me. And the fact that I was told to say these words and I'm now sharing them with you fills me with so much joy and comfort, because something I definitely couldn't keep for myself, but I loved it so much. I've made a little design for it, you know, yeah, check it out. But I'll be leaving the link in the description to check out the designs and see what you think. And if you like them, you know, join me and, you know, start showing the I can, I am, I have, I will movement. Let's call it that even. But yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This was just a little in-between episode just to kind of keep my promise of sharing this information with you. I said it in one of my previous episodes and I thought if I don't record this, you know, you're going to say, hey, you said you were going to tell us something and you never did. So I need to make sure I do this and let you know about it. And obviously I did with this particular episode. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, don't forget to stick a thumbs up for me, especially those of you that have already subscribed. You sticking a thumbs up gets the channel noticed. It allows me to share more of what I do and for us to grow our friendship base, our, I don't know, our little cozy sessions together. Allows us to grow and bring in more people, and the more the merrier. I know that, you know, and yeah, you guys keep me on my toes. Let me know whatever you want to say, leave that in the comments. I'll definitely try and address them and get back to you on that. So thanks for that as well. And in the meantime, you know, if you do like my work and want to support me kind of grow things, as I said, I want to get to the point where I can get an app and do all those amazing things. If you feel you can support me, check out my Patreon page. That's in the description below. I didn't say it wrong this time. And yeah, go along and, you know, any amount you would like to be sort of sharing with me or sharing as a patron, I'm honoured. I'm grateful. I appreciate it, because everything is going to go toward kind of growing things and helping others as I go along. That's all I want to do. And I feel like by sort of supporting me, I can then support others by doing more, by getting more of my material out there. And yeah, that's all I want to do. So if you want to be a part of that, thank you. And if you just want to watch the episodes, thank you still for that as well. Everyone is welcome, everyone is loved, and I thank you so much for all you do for me as part of this series as well. So have an amazing day, okay, whether it's beginning of the week, the end of the week when you watch this, or at the start or the end of your day. Make it amazing. Stay positive. If you are worried or fearful, say those words. I can, I am, I have, I will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all will work out. All will work out for you. Everything will be okay. Trust me. The power of those words will resonate within your soul, within your inner you, your higher self, and your mind. And everything is going to pan out okay. All right? Love and light. Love you loads. Look out for my next episode coming soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.